Tensions remain high in Westbury, west of Johannesburg, and protest action is set to continue. Residents took to the streets this morning, barricading roads and burning tyres. A number of people, including an SABC journalist, were wounded when police used rubber bullets to disperse the crowd. Community members are demanding government intervention, saying that crime and gang violence are out of control in their area. Meanwhile, two men believed to be involved in a shooting incident that claimed the life of a Westbury mother and left a child critically wounded have now been arrested. They were caught, that woman and child, in the crossfire of an alleged gang war yesterday. To discuss, we're joined by Westbury Community Activist Val le Bon. Val, how did it get to this?
Terrible. We live in fear constantly. This morning we took to the streets out of sheer desperation. This was a cry for help. We have funerals in our community every week because of gang violence. And the saddest part of it all is that, our councillors are never available. They never come out. This incident of yesterday was on every news bulletin yesterday, but the councillor of this area didn't come near. Okay, fine, I hear. She might be in meetings, this, that, and the other. But the last time we as a community saw her was when her face was all over the lamppost, where she was just given to us as our councillor. She doesn't know the culture of this community. But nevertheless, living in fear the way we do, we just feel that, please, can the government come up? Can they step up? We feel like we are forgotten, or the government is saying, let them kill each other because that's what they're good at doing. That is not what it is. There's a whole lot of decent families in here, but drugs have taken over the lives of innocent people and children as well. The biggest problem also in our community is the 90%. In this community, we have at least 90% unemployed youth. Some of them were good children. They passed brilliantly. But there was no money to send them to universities, and I don't know why some of them didn't get bursaries. They were just declined for bursaries because they have dreams. They do really want to do something. But the end result sends them to either become a dealer or user. This is why we went out this morning to say to the government, come out, help us. We can no longer help ourselves. The drugs have taken over this community. But worst of all, our people are dying because of the drugs. A few months ago, a priest was killed by a 16-year-old boy that was fed drugs. And the reason why that priest was killed, it's because he was a witness in a case that was drug-related. So in Westbury, it has become a silent code. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. So even if the people see who the perpetrators are, they don't talk, they don't want to talk, they're too scared, they won't see the sun the next morning. Those are the kind of, that's the type of life that we are living, fearfully. The reason why that mother and thousands of other mothers in this community take their children to school and fetch them. If the mother works, the dad does. But we can't continue to live like this. And now on your way, fetching your child, bringing her back, you get shot so brutally in front of that child. This community needs a lot of help. Psychologically, for our kids who see this, in broad daylight, people get killed so brutally. The drugs, it's as if just nobody has feelings. And what the police are...
Val le Bon, I don't know if she could hear me trying to pose a question there, but really outlining what it is like to be a resident in Westbury. And it must be rough if this woman yesterday got shot 9 times, caught in the crossfire of gang violence, shot 9 times, and a child also critically wounded in hospital. 2 men also arrested now in connection with that shooting. Remember, you can view any of our interviews and features. Go to sabcnews.com